Every morning, millions of people reach for a pill, a headache reliever, blood pressure medication, life-saving insulin. But here's the question nobody asks. What guarantees that tiny pill won't kill you? Because a century ago, it absolutely could have. And sometimes did. This is the story of GMP, the invisible quality system protecting billions of people worldwide. And trust me, it's way more interesting than you think. Rewind to the early 1900s. Medicine was, let's call it creative. Patent medicines packed with cocaine, opium, and enough alcohol to knock out a horse. Snake oil salesmen thrived. No testing, no standards, no accountability. But then came the disasters that changed everything. 1937, a company created elixir sulfanilamide, a liquid antibiotic. The problem? They dissolved the drug in diethylene glycol. You might know it better as antifreeze. 107 people died. Many were children. The manufacturer never even tested it for safety. This tragedy birthed the 1938 Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. But the wake-up calls kept coming. Between 1957 and 1962, thalidomide, a sleeping pill for pregnant women, caused catastrophic birth defects in 10,000 to 20,000 babies worldwide. The U.S. was largely spared thanks to one FDA reviewer, Dr. Frances Kelsey, who refused approval because something felt off. She trusted her gut, and it saved lives. These disasters forced a reckoning. By 1963, the FDA established the first Good Manufacturing Practice regulations. GMP isn't just one rule. It's an entire philosophy of quality woven into every step of drug manufacturing. It starts with sourcing. Every raw material, every API, every inactive ingredient must be tested and verified. Then comes design. This is where quality by design comes in. Companies use mathematical models and risk analysis to build quality into the product from day one, not tested in afterwards. Every batch, every single production run, is tracked from ingredient to finished pill. 1 billion doses annually, and we expect 0 failures. Here's how that's possible. Welcome to the Cleanroom. This isn't a normal workplace. Every surface is designed to minimize contamination. Every air particle is filtered. The air circulates hundreds of times per hour, flowing downward and outward to push any dust away from the product. Workers go through contamination control, multiple sterile gowning stations, hand washing, disinfection. Equipment is monitored constantly. Temperature, humidity, particle counts, all in real time. Then there's the QC lab. Every batch gets tested for purity, potency, and safety. GMP isn't just about pills. It applies to every pharmaceutical. Tablets, capsules, injectables, biologics, vaccines. And it's enforced globally. The WHO, FDA, EMA, MHRA, ICH, they all enforce GMP standards. A drug approved in one country meets standards expected worldwide. But let's be real about why this matters. Because of GMP, when you take a medication, you can trust 3 things. Identity? It's actually what it says it is. Purity? It doesn't contain dangerous contaminants or unexpected ingredients. Potency? It contains exactly the right dose of the medicine you need. The FDA alone conducts over 9,000 facility inspections every year. If a facility fails, the entire factory can be shut down. Nope. Yes, cleanliness matters, but GMP is about systematic control. It's about data, validation, and continuous improvement. Actually, GMP requires continuous monitoring and improvement. Change control, deviation tracking, root cause analysis. Complacency is the enemy. Generic drugs follow the exact same GMP standards as brand name drugs. The difference? No R&D costs, same quality, lower price. Actually, quality by design accelerates innovation. Better planning up front means fewer surprises later. Companies can innovate faster and safer. When a company ignores GMP, people die. This isn't theoretical. 2012. New England Compounding Center violated basic GMP protocols. They reused single-use vials. They had zero environmental monitoring, no proper validation. Their steroid injections became contaminated with fungus. 64 people died. Hundreds more were infected with meningitis. This wasn't an accident. It was negligence. And it was completely preventable with basic GMP controls. But here's the other side of that story. 2020. When the world needed a vaccine fast, companies didn't cut corners on GMP. Pfizer-BioNTech, Moderna, AstraZeneca all maintained rigorous GMP standards. In less than a year, Pfizer-BioNTech alone produced over 3 billion doses. Zero GMP, shortcuts. And vaccines became the fastest pathway out of the pandemic. GMP didn't slow us down. It gave us the confidence to vaccinate billions of people. GMP isn't static. It's evolving to match 21st century innovation. AI is revolutionizing quality control. Machine vision cameras detect defects in milliseconds. Predictive analytics spot problems before they happen. Continuous manufacturing is replacing batch processing. Instead of making one batch and waiting months for testing, drugs flow continuously with real-time quality monitoring. Blockchain is creating immutable records of every step, from raw material to patient. Advanced therapies, gene therapies, personalized medicines, biologics are pushing GMP to evolve even faster, and GMP is rising to meet the challenge. When you take that morning pill, you're benefiting from a century of hard-won lessons, from sulfanilamide to thalidomide to NECC. Every disaster taught us something. GMP isn't flashy. You'll never see it in an ad. But it's the invisible guardian standing between you and harm. Thousands of scientists, quality engineers, and regulators work tirelessly to ensure that when you reach for that pill, it's safe. GMP is proof that in pharmaceuticals, boring is beautiful, rigorous is reassuring, and systems save lives. That's good manufacturing practice. The system protecting billions every single day.